They say life has a way of testing us when we least expect it. But I never imagined that my greatest test would come on a freezing February night on the side of a highway in Oklahoma. When my daughter came into the world in the most terrifying and miraculous way. My name is Justin Nelson. I'm a paramedic. I've spent years delivering babies, saving lives, and bringing comfort in emergencies. But nothing could prepare me for the night I had to deliver my own child. Without a hospital, without a team, just me, my wife, and the dark highway stretching into the unknown. It was February 26th, 2025. My wife's contractions started earlier that evening, and I told myself we had time. I loaded her into the car, my hands tight on the steering wheel as we sped toward the hospital, every mile bringing us closer. But halfway there, her breathing grew heavier, sharper, her grip crushing my hand. She looked at me with panic in her eyes and whispered, "The baby's coming." I pressed the gas harder, heart pounding, but deep down, I knew we weren't going to make it. I pulled the car over to the shoulder, hazard lights flashing against the night. Rain misted the windshield. Cars roared past, unaware of the miracle about to happen. My training kicked in, but this was different. This was my wife, my child. My hands trembled in a way they never had before. Within minutes, the baby crowned. My wife screamed, the sound cutting through the night air. And then, terror. The umbilical cord was wrapped around the baby's neck. For a moment, the world froze. Fear gripped me harder than ever before in my career. But I couldn't let panic win. With steady hands and every ounce of training I had, I slipped the cord loose, whispering to my wife, "It's okay, I've got her. We've got her." And then it happened. The cry. Tiny. Fragile. The most beautiful sound I had ever heard. My daughter was alive. My wife sobbed, clutching her chest, as I placed our little girl against her, both of them trembling, both of them safe. Minutes later, an ambulance arrived, red lights painting the wet road. But by then, the hardest part was already behind us. I had delivered my daughter with my own two hands on the side of a cold Oklahoma highway, in a moment that was both terrifying and sacred. People later asked me if I was scared. The truth? I was more afraid that night than in any emergency I'd ever faced. But fear didn't win. Love did. And that love gave me the strength to do the impossible. So yes, in 2025, I delivered my daughter on the side of a highway, afraid, exhausted, trembling, but alive. And I'll never forget the lesson that night gave me. That sometimes when life doesn't wait, we find out just how strong we really are.